Monday, December 11, Seeking the Multitudes. Despite challenges, external and internal, Jesus graciously extends the call to us for his mission to the cities. Read Matthew 9:35-38. What does this teach us about mission to the multitudes wherever we find them? Matthew 9, beginning at verse 35. Then Jesus went about all the cities and villages, teaching in their synagogues, preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion for them, because they were weary and scattered, like sheep having no shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, "The harvest truly is plentiful, but the labourers are few. Therefore, pray the Lord of the harvest to send out labourers into his harvest." Jesus was moved with compassion for the multitudes, such as are found in the cities. Luke 19, verse 41 describes how Jesus wept over Jerusalem. Now, as he drew near, he saw the city and wept over it. We may not understand the depths of Jesus' love for his children, even for the faceless masses living in the cities. This is why in Matthew 9:38, Jesus tells us to pray so that our motives and hearts can be like his. Read Matthew chapter 4, verses 23-25. As Jesus began his ministry, from what geographic locations did the people come? Matthew 4, beginning at verse 23. And Jesus went about all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues, preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing all kinds of sickness and all kinds of disease among the people. Then his fame went throughout all Syria, and they brought to him all sick people who were afflicted with various diseases and torments, and those who were demon-possessed, epileptics and paralytics, and he healed them. Great multitudes followed him from Galilee and from Decapolis, Jerusalem, Judea, and beyond the Jordan. In Matthew 4:25, the multitudes following Jesus came from Galilee, from the 10 city-states of the Decapolis in the east, from Jerusalem and from Judea to the south. Besides Samaria, what region was missing? The coastal region of Tyre and Sidon, part of Phoenicia along the Mediterranean Sea and northwest of Galilee. We now see why Jesus went to this area. This trip to the region of Tyre and Sidon was one of Jesus' cross-cultural mission trips. After the encounter with the Pharisees, Ellen White writes in The Desire of Ages, page 399, Jesus withdrew from Capernaum and crossed Galilee, repaired to the hill country on the borders of Phoenicia. Looking westward, he could see, spread out upon the plain below, the ancient cities of Tyre and Sidon, with their heathen temples, their magnificent palaces and marts of trade, and the harbours filled with shipping. End of quote. And so to finish today, how can we help people see just how futile, in and of themselves, their magnificent palaces and marts of trade are, and why they need Jesus? You have been listening to a reading of the Adult Sabbath School lessons by Dr. Percy Harrold, and the inside story by his niece Sibylla. Apart from being provided free to those who are visually impaired, these audio lessons are available on the official General Conference Sabbath School and Personal Ministry app, on SoundCloud, Apple iTunes, and also on YouTube. Search for Percy Harrold Sabbath to find all of these. And remembering all the time that God is always faithful.